Hi, I'm going to talk about Dale Carnegie. He's the guy who wrote that very famous book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And this book was written 80 years ago. It's hard to believe. I also took the Dale Carnegie Course. And as part of the course, they have you buy the books that Dale Carnegie wrote. He also wrote another book that's almost as famous called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. But How to Win Friends and Influence People talks about the basic principle of human relations and gives numerous stories of how these principles are applied in the real world. So if you're dealing with people, how do you deal with people to have smooth relations, especially in the business world, dealing with making money? There's numerous illustrations in the book that show how these principles work positively in our lives. Now, when I took the course, it was, I believe, a 12-week course. It was very low cost back then when I took it, when I was 20 years old. And you go into the first class and they have you give a speech on a childhood experience. That's one of the easiest topics to talk about. Everybody has a childhood experience they remember and that they want to share with other people. So his principle in public speaking is to pick a topic that you've earned the right to talk about. Now, in order to earn the right to talk about, you have to have experienced it, number one. And the second important aspect of earning the right to talk about a topic is you want to share this subject matter or the crux of your talk with other people. So that the principle I've just been using ever since then, especially in just everyday conversation. He stresses in the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, that it's to your advantage to talk in terms of the other person's interest. Let the other person do some of the talking, if not most of it, and you will have a chance to have friendly relations with this person because you can base your talking on the other person's interest. And when two people are doing this, it ends up being a very mutually beneficial conversational relationship and personal relationship. And I have a story about the Dale Carnegie Course when I recommended it to my daughter, Holly Sandner. And I hope she doesn't mind me telling this, but I used to call her sometimes and she had a message on her answering machine and she was kind of shy. I said, "Hi, this is Holly Sandner, please leave me a message." And I called her, I said, "Holly, you need to be more forthcoming or even dynamic with your phone message. It would be very helpful for you to do that." And I said, in fact, since you're in the business world, maybe it would be helpful for you to take the Dale Carnegie course. And the time I took the course, they would guarantee that you would increase your income. And so I said, "I'll loan you the money, and if you don't increase your income by at least that amount," I said, "you don't have to pay me back." So she took the Dale Carnegie course. She was very successful at it. She ended up getting an offer from another company through her contacts, through other students in the course. And the company she was working for freaked out and matched that salary or went above it. I don't remember which. And she ended up getting a big increase in her salary. After a few months, I listened to her phone message and it was much more dynamic. And I said, okay, well, that was a good result too. That's an example of what the Dale Carnegie course can do for people. Talk in terms of the other person's interest. Well, I'm doing these series of videos. I'm not getting a great number of views. Am I talking in terms of people's interest by just doing a book review? I may have to do some more illustrations from my own life of how these principles have been applied. And so that gives me another train of thought to pursue. So anyway, thank you.